Crypto is oversold right now, and we are seeing a correction, a dip, you can call it, in the crypto altcoin market. And the question is it a good time to buy the dip right now? Because the trend is your friend. We are in the bull market. We haven't reached the top, and the question remains right now, what's going on? What causing this dip? We're gonna dive into it, and as well as a whole bunch of amazing, great news that are happening right now in the market. So it's gonna be a short update. Let's dive right into it. So we're seeing Bitcoin falling to $112,000 level. Technically, we are currently in a higher in the situation here, the support, right? We didn't break the lower low, and remember this dip on the beginning of September, $107,000, where we are technically above that. So if we can establish this support around $112,000, then we have a good springboard for Bitcoin to jump all the way to new all-time high. However, let's see how the day breaks because the momentum right now is to the downside. We see a sharp decline today in the prices in the market and it's a falling knife right now. You're catching a falling knife because we have 10 more hours to go for this day. If we're gonna have this full red candle with no wicks, with just a body, it will indicate that we'll likely go lower, possibly to $110,000. And if you fail to hold this level, then the next level can take Bitcoin all the way to 100K. But this is way bearish scenario over here. I just want to show you how the market respond right now. Ethereum is also tested this $4,080 level, with the dip we have not seen since last month, 1 month ago. And if you go to the hourly chart, you can see that there is a lot of volume came in during this candle of the dip, and the whales bought it up with massive amount of volume. So overall, you can see, 10%. We can see across the board in the altcoin space, the market has dumped today from 1.68 trillion to $1.56 trillion, and we see triggering a liquidation event of $1 billion right now. $1 billion in long liquidated in just 1 hour. This is one of the biggest wipeouts of the cycle. Leverage traders completely crash on the long side. So why this is happening? It's happening because there was overheat in the open interest in the leverage long positions, and the market needs to have a flush down to basically to take and grab this liquidity. This is how the market with leverage works. They take the liquidity for those who are leveraging long positions. So right now, Ethereum down below the exponential moving average on 1 day chart. This is the EMA ribbon, and last time this happened, Ethereum pumped 132% in 2 months. So is this a good time to buy the dip? Heck yes, it is a good time to buy the dip, and I am buying the dip right now. You don't want in the bull market to wait until the prices are going to be the most the most of the bottom, because the trend is your friend. As long as we are not closing below $4,080, we're still good for Ethereum, and we are basically at support. Okay, you can put a stop loss below this level. But why this is happening? Binance is massively dumping Ethereum to liquidate longs. Classic exchange games, right? This is what they're doing. They basically put a lot of Ethereum on sale, selling it on the market, and causing this grab of the liquidity from this leveraged long positions, because there was too many of them, so they were there up for the grabs. Okay, and before even that happened, CZ posted, dips are important for establishing support levels, which are like foundation of a house. This was 8:20 in the morning That's when he posted that. Let's see when was that happened. Well, it happened over here. It happened over here a little bit after this dip, and then it dipped even more. Okay, he knew something, uh, likely. But here is the biggest long liquidation so far this year. Here is the good news. Coinbase CEO just said live on the Fox TV that all G20 nations will establish strategic Bitcoin reserve soon, which means a lot of buying from the governments of Bitcoin. How it cannot be bullish? How it cannot be bullish enough when you hear news like that? We have Senator Cynthia Lummis says President Trump supports her bill to buy 1 million Bitcoin for a strategic reserve. Remember, they want to establish in US a Bitcoin strategic reserve, and they have all this committee in the White House for that. They're vowed to not sell any Bitcoin. So with 1 million strategic reserve, with time, that's what they aim to have. 1 million, 5% of the supply. That's very, very bullish. We have Tom Lee's Bitmine Immersion bought 264,000 Ethereum worth $110 million last week. Who is buying? Tom Lee is buying, for sure, is buying, and he's holding. He's buying and holding because he sees Ethereum at $15,000. That's why. Not where it is right now, but at $15,000. Anyways, we have Strategy also buying Bitcoin for $100 million. They keep on buying Bitcoin, right? Strategy keeps buying Bitcoin. Bitmine keeps buying Ethereum. That's a recipe for you for the next continuation of the prices going up. Swiss central bank acquired $258 million in the MicroStrategy shares, which means Switzerland is stacking on Bitcoin. That's what's happening behind the scene. We see adoption going on. Ralph Lauren now also accepts Ethereum payments in the US, following and joining Ferrari, for example. And the US policy activist teases massive announcements coming Tuesday to advance the US strategic Bitcoin reserve. A lot of news around strategic Bitcoin reserve. So we're seeing Meta planning buying another 5,419 Bitcoins worth $633 million. It's another treasury company that keeps on buying Bitcoin like crazy. They now hold $2.8 billion worth of Bitcoin. We see Jack Ma from Alibaba is building a strategic Ethereum reserve. How can anyone be bearish on Ethereum when we see one of the richest men in China is establishing a strategic Ethereum reserve? And Bitmine plans to raise another $365 million to increase its Ethereum holding. So this is the time to buy. We have Strive company acquire Semler Scientific for over $1 billion in stock, and the combined company will hold 10,900 BTC. And we're seeing October Fed cut rates, interest rate decision in October is at 85% for 25 basis points rate cuts. So more liquidity is coming. Be ready for what they call an October. And by the way, the DEX that Binance has invested in, Aster, the token has increased. I've been buying it around like 40 something cents, 45, 48 cents around this time. I bought it at the beginning and I told my subscribers to buy. At this level I bought 46 cents. It reached $1.90 in a very short amount of time. In 3 days, right? In 3 days, I pretty much triple my money in 3 days. So that's what's possible in this market, and we might see further, of course, rise after a little bit of consolidation in this zone. It was just one red candle day. It's okay. We might see this price of Astra going way higher during this cycle. So it's not a bad idea to accumulate even at these levels of $1.48 and hold it during this market. Okay. So right now, what to do? You can buy the dip, not with everything. Okay. You can leave it in case that the price is gonna go lower, but you can buy the dip, and you can see over here. Yeah. What we're seeing over here is that We are at Ethereum right now at trading at a support. This is the support level. So currently, yeah, you can buy the dip, and if we're gonna see strength in the market, you can buy some more. If, however, we're seeing that the market is gonna fall, well, then Ethereum, well, next logical support is gonna be $3,800. Okay, so it's not really that far from here. So I can smell the bottom for Ethereum is near. But we've seen some selling with pretty big volume over here, and let's see how the market is going to react, how the day is going to close today. But the altcoin markets are, you know, in a short time frame, they're oversold. In a big time frame, of course, we are still in a very good place for altcoins. Solana is in the green in the months of September. Ethereum is in the red. However, after following these 3 months, 4 months of greenery, Bitcoin is still here in the green for the months, so it's okay. It's a short. It's a signifying a short dip here in the market. BNB just recently reached $1,000, currently trading $1,020, so it's pretty good. If you ask me, you know, we are seeing nothing crazy is happening in the market, and dips is for the buying. It's just liquidating the short-term liquidity, and that's it. Okay, that's what I want to share with you guys today. I hope you have a fantastic Monday, start of the week, and I'll see you in the next videos of today's In Crypto Show.